Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers International Society, the Emperor's Challenge. We're about to pick our fourth expedition, our second to last one. But before that, we should spend some of the resources we've gathered to level up our crew a little bit and hopefully finish some of these quests over here. I've just gotten back from checking on the cats, making sure they weren't getting into trouble. They are sleeping, which is great. Let's buy some engineering perks. Gain 3 supplies, definitely want that. Unlock a new equipment shop and an entourage hall and another equipment shop. I think we already have the New Orleans ones unlocked. But this is important anyway because we want to get this perk for completing all research in this project, plus 50% renown from gold. That's very good. So we're going to take that anyway. And the last one, one treasure hunt every time you find a treasure. Very nice. There we go. And then plus 50% renown from all of our gold. That should come in handy. Excellent. Let's see what else we want to do. We could do some jobs if we wanted to, but we're not really getting great rewards from them anymore. When we first started this campaign, 4 study for 1 insight was a great deal. 4 study for 1 insight is no longer such a great deal. Let's take a look at our new entourage shop. Got some new specialists. Someone who can teach us some tactician or archaeologist perks, some diplomat or rogue perks, or a beguiler or engineer perk. And we have enough for it. I would like that engineering perk. Let's take a look at Wang. Wang does not have steam engines and can't learn it naturally. So let's give him the engineer steam engine perk. I just realized I've been calling him Wang this whole time, but because of the way that naming works in his native country, he tends to go, they tend to go by their first name is said second and their family name is said first. So that's probably been very insulting of me, and I apologize for that. I will try to get better at referring to him as you from now on. Thank you, game, for reminding me of that. Engineer steam engines. Let's learn it. You learned the perk Engineer steam engines. Excellent. So now he is a rank 5 engineer. And that should get us a little bit closer to our engineer team bonus. Not quite there yet. Once either Phelan or Hattis or you actually levels up again, we'll get there. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Oh, and we might also be able to get there by buying an item because Hattis has opened up a second trinket slot. She's the only one so far. But we had a trinket that we unlocked last time, the chemistry set, that we wanted to give to Hattis. That's going to give her another engineering perk as well as a naturalist perk, which could come in handy at some point. Very nice. And that should give us our last engineering. Yep. New title, 10 engineer levels in our team. Very good. We get 6 more points for that. And our next one is only 12. That's not too bad. 2 more level ups, which we have coming, will do that for us. Great. Let's take a look at our new item shop. Fire piston, calipers, all right. Rogue, survivalist, athlete, 2 engineer perks for the binoculars. Wow, very nice. Piloting and tinker. Is there anyone who doesn't have either of those? No. Wow, that's really unfortunate. They all have at least one of those abilities. That makes that item not nearly as good. That's really unfortunate. All right. That's something to keep in mind for the future, though. If we ever do something like this again, and we have the choice between giving someone piloting or tinker or something else, we should probably give them something else, because this item is coming, and we can give them both of those for 300 gold pretty easily. Athlete and survivalist, another engineer, automata, I should say. Automata is pretty good. Someone has it. I believe you has automata. Yes. But the other 2 don't. But they also have no trinket slots. So again, next time we come back to the store, we might consider getting that for our other 2 engineers. All right. And we have another new item shop. Beguiler, quick thinker, tactician, naturalist, diplomat. All right, we don't care about any of those. Let's get some basic attack or defense items, because we've had a little bit of trouble completing challenges efficiently. We have enough for a master gloves. Let's give that to you. U-Y-O-U and U-Y-U. Yeah, okay. And we'll just sell that glove there. We don't need to keep that. All right, very good. That's good enough for now. I think we are now ready to move on. It would be nice to buy some boots. Do we have anywhere near enough to buy a good set of boots? We're close to the good boots, which would be 10 grit. That still wouldn't quite get us in range. We actually need 15 grit to get to the true grit challenge. And to get 15 grit, I should have probably bought that instead of the gloves in retrospect. Because in order to get it, we would need 450 gold. Do we have any chance of getting to 450 gold by spending our 2 insight? No, there's no way. Nope, definitely not going to happen. 30 to 45 gold per, actually. Well, wow, actually, that's a lot more than I would have thought. Minimum, we'll get 90 from that. So minimum, we would get 180 from both of our insights. That's only going to make 300, and we need 450. So yeah, not going to make it. But it's actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. Interesting. All right. We'll have to try to keep that in mind for next time. I think I said that last time we were at the overmap too, but this time we'll really have to keep it in mind. Okay. Only a couple options here, because we've promised the Emperor we would not go to a 3-star or 2-star challenge. That means we are limited to Transylvania. Oh, actually, we can go to a 2-star challenge. No, we can't. You promised the Emperor not to go here. All right. Yep, okay. So we are limited to Transylvania or the Emerged Island. The Emerged Island tends to be decent for attackers, but the boss fight is very, very difficult for aggressive crews. We would have to either go friendly or devious for that last fight, which wouldn't be the end of the world. Transylvania is typically, in my opinion, a little bit rough for aggressive crews because most people are devious. The last boss, however, is friendly, which does make aggressive a little bit better. You feel like you're going to need both strength and charm to make it through in one piece? Yes. I definitely have a Gallant Engineer and Quick Thinker. We have all of those. This is the one we're going to go on. This is the one we have the best team for. Let's try Transylvania. And I believe there's some new stuff in Transylvania in this patch that was free. It's not part of the DLC. Merely for playing the game with no money added, you didn't have to buy the DLC or anything. They've added some new stuff to Transylvania. I believe it might be a new epic encounter. I don't know that for sure. That's just my guess. But maybe we'll get it. Oh, that's interesting. We're about to solve another mystery. The Globus Cruciger of Charlemagne, long thought to be a myth, has been tracked down by the renowned explorers, ending up with a noble family in Transylvania. You have to be careful. Wild wolves are a common threat, and the few travelers that have passed through have met with mixed signals with the locals. All right. So yeah, we appear to have something new here. A new epic encounter of some sort? I don't recognize that. I guess we'll go to it first. Hopefully this doesn't end the expedition right away. A cultist hideout. This old medieval tower is decorated with black and red banners. Knowing those pesky cultists, it must hold stolen valuables. Luckily, there are only a few cultists guarding the tower. If you want to enter it, now is the time. All right. A 4-star challenge. I'm a little scared about this. Here we are. Now, these cultists tend to be devious, which is bad for us. But we have the Mood Switcher quest and the Mr. and Mrs. Friendly quest. And 2 of our members are actually okay at being devious / friendly. Yeah, Phelan is good at being friendly. And both of our other crew members are decent at devious. So we might be able to have a chance of solving this with Mood Switcher. Let's start with Big Boom. Just to stun this cultist. I don't want him around. You'll notice I also positioned you on this gold tile here. You'll see it light up in gold once the attitude has stopped. That's interesting. There we go. If you stand on a gold tile, you'll get healed slightly at the end of each turn, of your enemy's turn. Some of these cultists like being humiliated. Yeah, it'll be extremely hard to deal with if you start being devious. Fortunately, it's only that one. Okay, we'll have to watch for that. Let's try to assassinate this cultist. Wow, that just doesn't do much damage, does it? Let's take a look at this guy's stats. 50 armor. 50 armor is huge. Maybe we're going to be friendly instead. Yeah, we're going to be friendly instead. Wow. Okay. Devious will not quite finish this guy off, but he is stunned. He is stunned for next turn, so there is that. Yeah, and I can't take out his cultist friend either, so we're just going to try to get this guy down as far as we can. He's pretty dangerous, and I'd like him to be gone. Okay, they're using aggressive attack? No, they're using devious attacks, alright. Hard to tell when you swing the scythe at me like that. That seems pretty aggressive to me. But apparently it's devious. They're pretending to be aggressive, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Let's finish off this cultist and debuff the one next to him. There we go. And then we will finish this cultist off. I wouldn't mind using a friendly attack just to switch the mood because we have this quest here. And overall, we do want to finish this encounter as friendly. But maybe this is a good opportunity to use Piercing Shot. That seems pretty good too, but the longer we don't use Piercing Shot, the more powerful it gets. So let's wait on that. Let's try to do some friendly attacks on this cultist. There we go. We switched our attitude over to friendly. That gives us plus 25 speech defense, which should be very, very useful. We can now assassinate this guy, but we will get that debuff that our friendly moves become worse because we have revealed ourselves as an assassin while in a friendly attitude. Let's not do that quite yet. But I can't finish this cold stuff either. Alright, well, yeah, that's the way it is. We'll keep pretending to be friendly for now. Alright, they're still being devious. That's fine. We've got our buff for our speech defense right now. Plus 25, that's pretty good. We shouldn't take much damage from this turn because of that. I just realized I've never used Fei Lin's healing move. I want to do that this combat. It's probably a good time for it. Some people have probably been yelling at me to actually use my healer. I'm normally better about that, but I haven't used these characters before, so I don't look at this person and immediately associate Fei Lin as a healer. I will get better about that eventually. Let's finish this cultist off with a devious move. He's very confused. We've had some mixed signals here. And maybe this is a good time for Hatise to use Piercing Shot. Oh, never mind. She can only hit like one person at once with that from that position. I'd have to go over here. And even then, she can only hit 2 of them. And Fei Lin has no AoE to follow up on, so there's very little reason to do that. Instead, let's bring her over and let's use a heal here. Heal Spirit by 50% speech, reduces the aggro, and the target becomes confident, which gives plus 25% attack power. That might be enough for Piercing Shot to finish off those cultists. Let's see. Okay, she didn't quite get confident. She just lost her terrified buff. That's fine. Let's see what that did for us. Very nice. It actually did make a difference. And it did hurt that person. I wasn't aware that's how that worked. Oh, it does do damage. 1 around self. That's actually a much better ability than I gave it credit for. I will be using that more often, I promise. Let's go over here. Let's take out 2 guys that are full health. There's no reason to hit that last one there. He's nearly dead anyway. This should give us mood switcher. We're switching the mood again. Excellent. And all we're going to do next is finish these guys off with friendly so that we end this combat as friendly for that Mr. and Mrs. Friendly quest. And that should give us some pretty good points against Ravelo. Fei Lin may go down here. A miss! That was excellent. Very, very nice. Wow, that heal has really low cooldown too. I'm going to be using that much more often. That might come in handy during the boss battle of this area. I don't want to use a Devious move, even though it would finish him off because we want to finish this fight on a friendly note. The only way we're going to do that is by using at least 2 more friendly moves. There we go. That should change our attitude. Nope, not quite, because we didn't finish him off. Next turn, we will change our attitude back over to friendly. Finish this entire mission as friendly. Oh, wow. That was a lot of damage. Okay, that was our first resolve we've lost in quite some time. That's pretty bad. All right. We still have 8 resolve left. We're okay. Hopefully we got... Yep, we did. We got a friendly mission here, which is great. And we can move on. You pacify the cultist guarding the tower. However, one cultist gets away to call reinforcements. The crew agrees that one crew member must stay on guard. They'll be here soon, so you gotta be quick. Who's gonna stay on watch? I would rather have my quick thinker with me. And I don't want to leave you because he is by far my best engineer. So I think I'm going to end up leaving Phelan and hope there's nothing here that requires a diplomat. With the guard aside, the rest of the crew enters the tower. After a quick look around, it seems you have 2 options. Hattis has found a room with a safe, and you has found the office of a cultist leader. Hopefully we'll be able to check on both. The safe is pretty decent. It would take quite some time, quite some roguish intelligence or brute force to open the safe. We do have the intelligence to do it. That would give us 3 collect and 4 study and the safe cracked because of our engineering levels. We actually don't get the opportunity to go back and look at the other one. Okay, well, we'll have to look at the other one another time. We do get a 100% chance on the safe, which is great. Let's do that. The contents of the safe are not too shabby. There are some precious stones as well as an encouraging string of beads. This is a new item. I've never seen this one before. Trinket, plus 10 speech defense. Start every encounter excited. Wow. Okay. Phelan yells that many reinforcements are coming. We hurry to the tower and flee into the marshes. Excellent. There's probably some secrets there, I'm willing to bet. I'm going to go to that place as much as I can and try to figure out what's new. Meanwhile, we're going to give Phelan these beads of determination. Not only are they worth plus 10 speech defense, which is just better than the item she has right now, she'll start every encounter excited. Oh, it's a trinket, though. Crap. That's not worth losing a level of engineering for. Or is it? I think it is actually worth a level of engineering for. If we need this to go up to 12, we can switch her over, back over to that trinket just briefly to get the quest and then take it off again. This means she starts every encounter excited. That's important because characters that are excited have plus 25% speech power, and that will make her heal stronger, which I'm very excited about. Let's go to the Switch challenge. You find a weird cultist that seems to be daydreaming. Okay. The Count of the Castle is such a dreamboat. I hope he'll notice me. He has such a beautiful set of teeth. Yes, he does. Pointy too, as I recall. I love those white beauties. The fan of the Count doesn't know your charms yet, though. We're going to charm the cultist. Oh, wow, your teeth are even better. I bet you can beat the Count in a charm-off. We're going to find that out very soon. All right, get a bunch of rewards there. Wow, that was really nice. Technique challenge, maybe? What a sight. This beautiful ancient church is guarded by dozens of highly armed automata, but we have engineer automata. Wow, okay, interesting. I've never seen this event before either. Let's try it. Q's knowledge of automata engineering has given you a unique opportunity. By tinkering with a network in the church, the automata are blind for people and let you pass easily. What a joke. Robots will never be the future. Amazing. They seem to be guarding the skull of Saint Irene, a revered martyr from Macedonia. This is not just any skull indeed. What's it doing here collecting dust? It should be taken to London for documentation, and then to an Orthodox church. Attis is about to take the skull when you hear someone screaming, "Stop!" Okay, who's there? Professor Picanoti. What's the master engineer doing here? Please, explorers, this exploration mission is perfect for me, but it seems you are just ahead of me. Let's make a deal. We do not need engineer advanced tools. All 3 of our members can have it by equipping that wrench. 2 of them already have it. She'll have it as soon as I put the wrench back on, which I will do in a second because she'll unlock another trinket slot as soon as she levels up. So there's no reason to learn engineer advanced tools. We want that treasure. All right, the skull is all yours. Doesn't make for a very romantic gift anyway. Plus, I want to fill out my treasure tracker. Attis has a pretty good idea as to why the professor never made it into the most renowned explorers Hall of Fame. Get that treasure. St. Irene's Skull. +1 secret for every 2 levels of Beguiler or Diplomat. That would be 1 secret, probably. Yeah, we have a level 3 Beguiler. Could have had a level 4 if I'd level up already, but I probably would have taken the engineering perk anyway, so it doesn't matter. +5 stats from campaign. We don't have a lot of campaign, or 8 campaign. Again, don't have a lot of campaign. I'm tempted to take the secret anyway. It's a better move overall to take +5 stats from campaign. We will be getting more campaign eventually. We'll take that. Together with Professor Peccanotti, you leave the automata guarding the church. What a weird place. Who made them? Very good question. Alright, 2 levels up. Let's do that. So, we can give Phelan Engineer Combustion or Beguiler Storytelling. And I'm going to give her Engineer Combustion. Normally, I'd go for that Beguiler without a second thought because we already have a really good engineer in you, but we need to do this for the quest. So here we go. That also gives her a second trinket slot, which lets her put the wrench back on, which gives her a total of 3 engineering points. There we go. 1 away. And we should get it right now because we can give you the engineer piloting perk and his extra trinket slot. There we go. Let's see how many points we get for engineering team 12. Okay, doesn't tell me yet. 7 points, not bad. Oh, I see. The number here is how many points you get. I should have figured that out earlier. All right, 14 is our next level. We can get that actually as soon as we go back to town because we have 2 more trinket slots now that we can fill with an item that gives engineering points. This is our best chance, I think, of staying ahead of Rivolo. So that's what we're going to do. You see the cultists logging trees frantically. They spot you and hide their axes. When you ask them what they're doing, one responds, none of your business. Let's try to convince them. Excuse me, want to take a drink here? All right. We get a little bit more steady for solving this encounter aggressively, but we still have Mr. and Mrs. Friendly, and we'd really like to get that. We also have Painbringer. Deal at least 95 attack damage to a single target at once. That's going to be really hard to do. Do any of these guys even have 95 HP? Yeah, okay, they do. Just this guy. But he also has a ton of armor. I don't think that's likely to happen. At once? That's very difficult. Especially, well, with this crew, at least. If I'd taken more of a glass cannon crew. Although these guys are pretty glass cannon. I don't know. That seems very difficult. Oh, well. Alright, do we have any cultists that love to be... Yes, we have some cultists that like being humiliated. One of them right here. So we have to be careful with the devious attacks. But we want to solve this encounter friendly in theory anyway. So maybe we'll bring you over... not you, Phelan over here. If we do War Dance... One second, let's bring Hattis over. And just hit this cultist. We're going to gather all of our guys up, bring Phelan over, and do that AoE heal/damaging move. And maybe that will not only give us a good buff, it obviously won't heal because we're all full health, but it should buff our mood, and perhaps it will also take out one of the cultists. It did. Excellent. And we gave everyone a confidence boost, which is very nice. That basically just gives us more attack power, which could come in handy in a second. Although, we have to be careful, because we do want to end this encounter in a friendly mood. And right now, we are aggressive. These guys are also being aggressive. They're hitting us with their staves. So friendly is going to give us a little bit of a debuff. And there is a lot of cultists over there. This is definitely a hard encounter. All right. Especially difficult if we're trying to solve it friendly. Because our guys are just not very good at friendly. And I don't think I can risk it right now. I've got to finish some of these guys off. Maybe at the very end we can switch back over and complete it friendly, but for right now, we just got to get rid of some of these cultists. They're going to be a problem. There we go. 2 more cultists down. That will be very helpful. There are still a lot left, though. Can we finish this guy off? No, and we can't do assassinate because we are in the wrong position for it. So let's come over here and let's try to heal up you. Every time I say that, I want to make the joke about the English word you and his name you. I will spare you guys. All right, one more resolve down. This has been, so far, a very, very bad expedition for us. 2 resolve lost. Not good. But we are trying to do things outside of the style that is the best for our crew. And unfortunately, that's just going to happen sometimes. I can't get over there. I would like to use Piercing Shot if I can. I can, but I would like to hit both of those cultists at once. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in a position to do it unless I res Feilin. I'm going to bring her over here and assassinate this guy. I can't. I really wanted him to go down. I would really like him to go down. But I can't quite do it. I can take those 2 out. So I think that's what we're going to do instead. Alright, that only leaves us with 2 guys left. That's at least progress. Let's bring Feilin back over now that she's back up. And we can almost take this guy out with a devious move. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yes, we did get lucky. Excellent. That's sometimes you gotta risk those things. That leaves 1 cultist. That should be definitely doable. We can try to only use friendly moves on this guy and hope that our overall encounter ends up friendly. But it's highly unlikely because we've been so aggressive so far. Who knows, though? It might take us a while to get this guy down with just friendly moves. Maybe that will be enough. Yep. Okay, we can probably do it next turn. We will switch the overall attitude back over to friendly. Whether that will be enough to make our whole encounter friendly, that's more up to debate. You can see how low the friendly bar is over here on the left-hand side when it comes back up. Say, compared to our aggressive. So they know we've been aggressive. There we go. And that will switch the encounter back over, but I'm willing to bet that's not going to do enough to make the entire encounter friendly. It did not. We resolved the encounter aggressively, which does mean we get some extra rewards. So, it's not all bad. The cultists sure got a beating. Out of fear for more, they tell you everything they know. They tell you they're looking for the cursed tree that meddles in their affairs. The one that takes its bark gains a bigger reward from the cult's alchemist. All right. I've met that tree before. He's sort of a friendly chap. Let's go over here to this technique challenge. We need to make a bridge. Fortunately, Yu is an excellent engineer and can do so. He builds a small bridge from rope and wood and everyone walks across safely. Very good. And we get a lot of bonuses from that. Remember, because of the way we've basically teched our party, every time we succeed on an engineering challenge, we get a bunch of bonuses. So it's really nice. All right, we're still working on one more encounter friendly. We'll try to get to that very soon. Need encounter tokens. All right, just keep in mind what we're looking for. Hattis tells a little horror story to the crew. A big mystery where explorers were suddenly abducted by a shady group. Feilin is absolutely terrified and runs away. Okay. Good job, Feilin. Hey, let's go get some supplies. That could come in handy. I want to trade resolve for supplies. I will actually do so. I will trade 1 resolve for 4 supplies. And there is our campfire. Let's do it. Okay, we now have a bunch more levels in engineer, and we can get 24 collect and 24 study. You might be tempted, and I am tempted, to save this until the actual last campaign. And that would be the right choice if all we wanted was renown. But I want to use that gold and the research we're going to get on the next overworld map, and we won't have another chance because once we do the last campaign, after the last campaign ends, the game is over. You don't get a chance to go back and spend that, and it doesn't really help you, of course, anyway. So now is the time to use this if we're going to, and 24 collect, 24 study is a very good reward for it. The crew feels inspired. You and Feilin have been discussing technological possibilities all day. Combustion, electronics, and automata are debated with vigor. When the crew combines their efforts at night to create something new and useful, the results reflect on the crew's expertise. Excellent. 24 collect and 24 study. Look at all of that. That's incredible. We will get Hatis's bonus for this one. We've already got 43 collect. We only need 7 more. I would be very, very appalled if we did not get 7 more during this. Unfortunately, we didn't do our friendly challenge in time. All right, well, what can you do? But we have a new quest for a nature explorer, and there is a nature challenge right here. Very convenient. A bag of supplies has become stuck in the mud, and Hatis wants someone to get it. Wow, we don't have anyone who is athletic enough to get it out, and if we fail, we get -2 supplies. So I'm going to use my tool now and hope that we succeed. If we don't, we keep the tool, so that's nice, but we want to succeed this. Yes, we did. Good. We get the supplies and find some gold. Excellent. 1 away from our Hatis bonus. We will get there. Ooh, another epic encounter. It's Baba Yaga. All right, we will go there. Atop of a hill, surrounded by a murky swamp, you find a desolated abbey. Inside, you find several old scriptures, which are not particularly valuable. However, we remember that we have some friend or something that collects these kind of papers, and so just giving it to her as a gift. Okay. 4 campaign or 4 study. I think I'm going to take the 4 study. We're going to keep them. Okay, let's go check. Let's go get these supplies first, actually. I want some more supplies. There is a encounter here, which we will do. Doing an encounter is definitely worth getting the supplies. And then we will go talk to Baba Yaga. Excellent. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Devious, and do 100 speech damage to a single target at once. These guys don't even have 100 health. So I don't know if we can do that, but we can try. We'll try. Yeah, no, we can't do that. We just don't do enough speech damage, unfortunately. Let's just debuff all these guys. That will very much affect them and make the rest of this combat much easier. There we go. -25% of speech defense. Attack power is decreased by 50%. That's very good, and they're all going to attack you for 1 turn. Now, we do want to do this encounter deviously because of the porcelain reward. So, let's bring Phelan over, and we'll just heal Hatis there. It obviously doesn't give her an HP back, but it gives her a confidence boost, or an excitement boost, I should say, which makes her devious abilities better next turn. These wolves are debuffed. They're not doing much damage, so we are perfectly fine to just sit here and tank them. And now we will finish them off with 2 devious abilities for that 1 point that we will get and Revelo will not, which is the most important thing we could possibly do. Here we go. We did do 79 speech damage in 1 attack. That's pretty good. But unfortunately, that's as close as we're going to get. 1 and 1, not too bad. There we go. With the wolves defeated, you take the supplies and valuables. Excellent. 1 supply. Oh, that's not very good. All right, let's go talk to Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is a very interesting character just in general. If you're ever interested in reading some old mythology, Baba Yaga is a great character to read about. And one of the things I really like that they did here is if you know how Baba Yaga works, then you have a very good chance of getting this event correct. Unfortunately, we may not even get a chance because we do not have a diplomat. A beguiler will not help here. Her house cannot be swayed by looks, a wink, and a pretty smile. It needs to be reasoned with, and we don't have someone who can do that. And we don't have a tool left, so 27% chance to get in, we may just fail. That would be unfortunate. Wow, we got very, very lucky. We are going to succeed. The chicken legs bow down and you are allowed to enter. Who is a good house? You are a good house. And a creaky voice tells you to come in further. We will do so. An old scary woman sitting in a mortar. The house is decorated with old skulls and bones. The old hag introduces herself as Baba Yaga and asks what you could possibly want from this old lady. So you have a couple options. You can tell her she has a nice house, you can tell her how ugly she is, or you can punch her in the face and steal some stuff. Baba Yaga likes people who speak their mind, she likes people who are confident, and she likes people who are willing to be as repugnant as she is, essentially. So we're going to tell her how ugly she is. If we fail, we lose resolve, but we've got 6, we're probably okay. And if we succeed, well, we could get quite a bit. It would have been ironic to succeed at a 27% chance to get in the house and then fail at this, but you know. If Baba Yaga's ugliness wasn't already obvious, the comparison with Phelan makes Baba Yaga look like a rat that had an accident involving a hammer and her face. Wow. At first you think you have enraged the hag, but she bursts out laughing. She really appreciates a good insult. As a reward for your entertainment, she lets you live, and even more, she gives you one of her brooms and a blessing. Plus 10 armor on this expedition, plus 10 speech defense on this expedition, a treasure, Baba Yaga's broom, 3 campaign, 2 collect, 1 more campaign, and 1 more study, and we will succeed in the Retriever of Treasure quest over here, over Revelo. That was amazing for us. Baba Yaga's broom. Plus 1 secret for each level of Beguiler in your crew, that's 3. That's 3 secrets, that's pretty good. Plus 10 to 15 status from secrets, we only have 1 right now, so that's not that great. Or 8 campaign, let's take 3 extra secrets. That's pretty darn good. You exit the house, and with directions from Baba Yaga, find your way out. We are lucky to be alive. That is true. Baba Yaga is not a very nice person. She can very easily turn on you, but as long as you know how to deal with her, you can get some very nice boons. Or brooms, or both. I know, that wasn't very clever. I'm sorry. All right. Let's go over... we should probably try to head over in the direction of our next area. We have some supplies here. I'd like to go do that, but it would require backtracking, and I'm not willing to take the supplies to do that right now. Okay, nothing. Hattis actually becomes angry. Okay, Hattis. Rein it in. Alright, we have 2 wits challenges. We tend to be pretty good at those, so let's go check one out. In the midst of the forest, the crew finds a medieval fort. It seems in good shape. Hattis wonders what you could find inside. Let's take a look. You are ambushed. A group of militia villagers jump out from the trees. This fort and its treasures inside belong to the Romanian heritage. We will not let some plunderers get them. We are tactically prepared, though, so we can start this rank 4 encounter with a little bit of a buff. Alright, before we do that, we're going to end this recording session here. It's already been a little bit longer than I usually like to go. I've been trying to get done with 1 expedition per episode, but this is going to be a long one because we have had 2 epic encounters already. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. That really helps me and lets me know what I can, and let me know in the comments what I can do better, or if there was something I did that you really liked. And subscribe to the channel if you want to know if there are more videos coming out soon, which I guarantee you there will be. I'm planning on recording a bunch more, and they will be coming as soon as possible. Probably around 2 a day, I think is what I'm going to end up doing. Probably 1 in the mid-afternoon and 1 in the evening. And we'll keep that schedule for the available future, at least until we start either doing another game, which we might continue Renowned Explorers and then do another game on the side as well, and I might change up the schedule a little bit if that happens. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you, and goodbye.